my favorite thing around and everything lately. And oh my gosh, I'm such a hassle. And oh my god, the moon looks so cool. I just saw it outside my window. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's just like this thin, like, crescent, but it's like big enough, and it kind of looks like it's purple, like around the edges. And then there's the starlight right up there. I wish like I had a camera that could take a picture of that. That's what irks me about like filming cameras and stuff. I can never capture on film real life. But I love like the stop motion and like that perfect moment. Anyway, I just remembered because I'm on workers' comp and it's Friday. How fun. Well, these pillows, but I have to like I have to have them like pushed on the small of my back, but I can't always sit down on the chair, because like that pressure gets to me. But this chair, it's like wicked light, and but the bottom cushioning is like a cushion, so it's pretty good for a while. But then sometimes I can't take it, and I have to like actually get up off, and I have to like have my leg bent like under me, like you sit under like on top of one leg. But that just like makes my like knees hurt. So the phone looks good. So I just remembered, and it sucks because this is like real life shit here, and that's why I'm taking it, because I'm just like vlogging things that go on in my life and my reactions, because maybe it'll help someone else not be so stupid or something. Not stupid, because actually I'm quite smart-ish or something. Just heard that Marilyn Manson song. It's like, you probably think the song isn't bad, and it has Johnny Depp in it. It's awesome. So I'm already gonna have to freaking move. This shit pisses me off. Sometimes I think I can work because I can like do shit like this, but then like I just thought of it now, like, you know, well, I mean, I've already realized, but I just thought of like another piece added to it. Like I'm a people watcher. So like I see things. Anyway, like I'm gonna show you guys all are, and how it's so difficult to try and like do this. Oh, okay. There we go. Sweet, sweet. Don't move. Okay. So, like, sometimes, like, I get so bored and, like, so, like, wanting, like, people interaction. Sometimes, like, I get together with people, and I have friends, and then I have Facebook, and then, like, when I have stupid shit, like, that they don't really care about, I'm just gonna tell YouTube, because for some reason people can make videos about like fun things, normal things, like things that everyday people would have to deal with, or like fashion beauty tips and how-tos and like different ways to do things. Cause like I can't imagine everything. I need these people in my life, and that's something else. Like for all the people who had suicides in America, I wish someone had told them that like we need them, because they're probably the people that we need the most in this earth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were so like horrified and like repulsed by this world, and just so sad that like they couldn't even live it. They had to commit suicide. Like, it was that bad, and like it disappointed them that bad, and they had such a shitty time in this world that they had to commit suicide and end their life completely. They couldn't even have the thought of living tomorrow or just living on. That's horrible. I really do hope that changes. I hope the president can actually help us. Because Mitt Romney says he's going to create jobs, and make it easier for small businesses to produce and everything. I totally back that plan. Like, I think that is a great idea. That was my idea, basically. Like, we really need small businesses. We really need, like those sites like Etsy and Quirky, like, those ingenious ideas that people have. Like, we need people to make these things, because people can improve upon other people's ideas. Obviously, that's why we evolve, and we can have so many different ideas. Like, something I like about androids is that you can have different ideas. It's like the same thing, but you can have a preference on which one you like. On the iPhone App Store, I don't think there's gonna be 50 of the same exact basic game, like with like different aesthetics, and we can do that with people's hair. That's awesome. There's so many people who can have, you know, and like makeup. There's so many people who have different ideas or tips, or just get to that point where they have that idea or thought. So we need a lot of people to have small businesses, and you know, say make a few things, and then they can ship overseas, and you know, these people have brains, they have ideas. It's awesome. I definitely learn from other people, so I think that's really bold and brilliant, and I hope that he can pull that off, because it seems to take so much time to do anything. I feel like I'm gonna get in some big trouble. It really sucks, and I keep trying to avoid it. Like I said, I've been moving. There was a time when I didn't even have access to like a lot of my stuff. I've been to the doctors. I haven't been to like physical therapy in a while, but I've been like maintaining that on my own. But I wouldn't mind having something scheduled, except I missed the court date, so they took away my license, and I have no money to get my license back, so I'm in court and I have to pay like $300 just to get my license back that I don't have. Imagine if I had to go to work. Imagine if I had his doctor's appointments right now. Not that I can even like sit in a car, even when I had to go to the physical therapies before. Like, it just sucks. sitting in a car at all. Those seats are highly uncomfortable. Like, I don't even, like, people used to take long road trips in cars, we don't now because of the gas prices and like hotel rates and everything. It's like $1 million, especially if you have kids. So, whatever, pollution or something. But I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble because I'm doing that, and I've been like trying to like work on me, and I'm so wrapped up doing everything and trying to do this. Ow. And I've been like, you know, spending every time I can try to focus on something. And then I was, at the time I had it, I was moving around so much, I forgot to bring, like, my doctor's paper to Home Depot when I work, and I'm really, like, freaking out, because, like, let's say I'm gonna be out of work for another month, or, like, 6 weeks. Sorry, I'm trying to, like, keep composure. I keep hurting, and I keep trying not to. Every now and then, like, I catch myself on the screen, and now I see what people mean by, like, my eyes not being open. They're always like, are your eyes even open? I'm like, yeah, totally, like, I can see everything. And they're like, are you high? I'm like, no. Maybe I just, like, squint when I think or something, but I can see everything. Anyway, I'm trying to focus on shit. I forgot to bring that. I'm gonna be so screwed, because they've been trying to screw me on every angle here. You know, I got injured and it sucked, and you can tell that I was injured, and you could tell when I was working that it sucked, and you could tell now, like, how I just sucked. It's like the worst injury I've ever had. It just goes on forever with no intention of stopping, apparently. It's 10, 12, 12. Yesterday was 10, 11, 12. That's pretty cool. I've had so many days like that. We had 6, 6, 6. We had 7, 7, 7. 10, 11, 12. 1, 1, 1. That was pretty awesome. Yeah. We had zeros for a year. That's pretty crazy, huh? We're already at 12. Holy shit. So, anyway, like, I know people don't talk about me, but I feel like, because the thing is, anytime someone gets injured, like, they talk mad shit like this. They're like, oh, they're faking it. Like, or, not that they're just, like, really annoyed that they're, like, injured. I don't understand. Oh my god, my back hurts so bad right now. I'm trying to ignore it. Anyway. I have asthma. I have like this crazy problem where we have this test in like beginner's anatomy or introduction to anatomy when you want to see what like classes you're gonna be in. It was in 8th grade or whatever, and they bring in this actual lung in like a this is what they do in school. then something in my school. So they put in an actual lung that was like tarred with cigarettes. It was so nasty. And they showed like one without and one with. Like they had like these lungs on hand. But it's so good that they did, because I don't know, maybe a picture wouldn't have done it, but to see that thing, I wanted to be a surgeon because I had like I would get really into the precision of things and like have everything be perfect, and I would want to do like an excellent job, but then like that lung was on my desk and I was like, oh no, I can't do it. And this one time someone bled all over this desk, so I came into class and I was like, ew. I was like, I'm not sitting in my seat today. There's like blood all over the desk. I don't know, that person had like AIDS. I mean, that's horrible, I guess, because it's sad when people have AIDS, but all I knew was AIDS, you're gonna die. And I didn't have any cuts, but it was just so icky to me that someone's like bodily fluids were there. Yeah, it pretty much something me out. Like, I thought about being like one of those people, just because I was looking for jobs in my area, and I saw it, and it would be pretty interesting working with, like, you'd have to sanitize, and I knew I'd do a good job at that, so I just make sure I do a good job at this shit. Except for talking. I don't know how to speak. And my brain, like, ADHD, I keep going and going and going and going. And, like, I never finish a single thought completely, because there's always something more to say. And I can't always come back to it later. I always have that problem talking to people. And I'm always like, I need to add all of this. And I'll probably never get a chance to talk to them again. I feel like I'm talking wicked loud. I'm living in my sister's house right now because it's the only way I can afford a place to live. Anyway, I'm living in her living room. I have my bed in here. My clothes, all my clothes and all my stuff. We packed it up, all in garbage bags, and it was in a huge pile over there. So I finally, like, I really had to give them their living back. So I forced myself to like just really get down and do it. Even though like I'd have to like kind of go through things, but then I didn't because it just hurt too much. So I just threw it all in the closet. But I know like all my papers and paperwork is in there that I've had to keep, like all my X-rays, my MRIs, all the doctor's sheets, because like I said, like workers' comp is just like, not that they just, that's what they do. They try to like, you know, they don't want an injury on their books, so they do everything they can to just like write it off as nothing, or not even their job is to like minimize their payments. The problem is I'm actually like wicked injured, so there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I'm so hurt. Like I said, I think about like I want to go back and everything, and I'm like, well, maybe I can just work so many like if they let me work, I'd at least try to do 3 hours a week. And it'd be like an hour at a time, and I would try to really do that for 3 times a week. Sometimes probably 2. Just because of the car ride, and then just because of the standing the whole time, and you have to like move back and forth, and you really have to like, it's really hard. It sounds ridiculous. Even when I say it, I'm like, how could it be that bad? And but myself, I know it is. I have okay, so yeah, everybody at work, you know, it's hard to wrap your head around it. One of my direct supervisors, just, like I said, even without working, putting an ice pack on my back, like, if I did that all day, it would still hurt. That's so bad. And I cannot get help. The doctors are literally afraid to help me. It's horrible. Like, they get so scared when I go there, and they're like, I don't want to touch this case. And he was kind of keeping me on, because I was like, because I'm so, like, quiet, like, I don't want to, like, cause trouble, so I wasn't, like, I was kind of, like, saying, hey, I need more than this. I kept trying to, like, convey, and I was, but they just kept rubbing me off, like, just, and then, like politicians. Because of the politicians. Um, Man, they're all, like, big onto substance abuse, and it's fucking bullshit, and it's totally fucking with me getting help. It sucks. In, like, this entire video, I have, like, this burning pain, and it so fucking sucks. And maybe I just have, like, a high tolerance or a high will not to be in pain. Like, I just don't like it. Sometimes it gets me so down in this way. Like, these kids save me. They make me, like, they push me to be, like, a better me. Instead of I could focus on that all day. So, I put all my shit in that closet, and fuck, man, my papers aren't in there from when I was moving around, and I went to the doctor's, and it was saying I was gonna be out a week. I don't even have a car. I can't even drive. I must have said, like, I just wasn't thinking about it. There was so much shit going on, and I think I forgot to actually bring it to Home Depot and hand it to the lady. And every time I do that, that sucks. Like, sometimes when people, like, quit there, like, because we're such, like, a family, and, like, they come back and they visit us, and it's so great. All those other people that talk trash to, like, why? I don't know. So, silly people. So, you know what? I think I actually did bring that there, and I've been stressing about this, like, mad. Because I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get fired, and I'm not gonna be able to live. I'm gonna fucking die. They're gonna drop me on workers' comp. I didn't have any medical, so it's so fucking good that, like, I don't know, that at least they've been taking care of me for this long, because again, the workers' comp, like, benefits, like, the shit is, though, that if I want to work, like, 3 hours a week, or 2 hours, or 1 hour a week, I can't collect anything, so I have to be out the whole time. So I'm doing this to entertain me, and I can't, like, it's been good, though, because I've been miserable, and it's so hard keeping, like, a good face. Normally when I'm just, like, hanging around the house, not, like, hanging around, but, like, around the house with people, and it's so hard, like, keeping a good face on. Imagine if I was, like, moving around, and that's, like, trying to be, like, resting. I can't even get comfortable. Like I said last game, like, I was playing a game, and I couldn't even get comfortable doing that. Yeah, most of the time I'm just, like, stretching out. I look like a fucking freak retard, like, at a store or anything, or I'm hobbling around like an old lady, and I literally am. Like, sometimes I can maintain it, within, like, the right circumstances. Like, I have to be, like, very, like, on my game or something, I would just like to be able to not hurt, you know, at the same time. I did end up obtaining like a medical marijuana card, and it was iffy about saying this because I'm already an airhead, but it really does help. Like, it helps with like a mental attitude. You know, it helps a lot. But it doesn't get rid of it. It's only while you're like, you know, able to do that. But if you actually have to like, I don't know, like, I just need, there has to be something that can get rid of pain. Like, they say they don't know, or like, it's 2012 and I'm goddamn sure they have medication to get rid of pain, and I am constantly in pain, and that's so sad that they would like not, they would just stick me around, just like, oh, you know, it so fucking sucks. But anyways, they were gonna pay me for the 12 weeks prior to when I got injured, and like I said, I was just getting, I had like 2 weeks of like 25 to 40 hours, like 38 hours, and I was like, wow, yeah, I'm making more money. I'm making no money, but I'm like making some money, like I can actually get like that many hours. Like, I like to have like around 35 hours. You know, so it sucks. And I was getting everything I wanted. I was out in the garden center. It was slow, so I was like usually like stretching out or like reading a book. We're not really allowed to be on cell phones, so I would be like, I can't touch my cell phone because I'd always want to like look up everything. It's so great having Google in your hands. I love electronics. I like that you can connect with a lot of different people, like not just, you know, what's around you. You can connect around the world, and so fuck. My back makes me forget everything, cause I just like start like, everything is just like drawn to the fact that there's pain in my body. It's like someone like digging their nails into you and like pulling on it, like you know, but like in several places. Although like up here is okay right now, mostly because of this, but the bottom's still going like crazy, and that's it, like all fucked up, and it's so hard to stretch now, like leaning forward to like touch my toes. Like, I feel like so like unstretched. I don't feel I've changed in, you know. But at least I'm at a point where I'm getting out, I'm getting more used to it. I can't live my life like that anymore. And marijuana really helps me with that, and really helps with the pain at those times. I can, you know, it gives me the motivation to focus on settings for a while. Like, when I, you know, can play games or something. Otherwise, I'm just like, I can't stay here because it just hurts. It hurts too much, and I'm just like, I don't care about this fucking game. I want to go like cry. So it gives me that like little boost. I hurt so bad. Anyway, I feel like I fucked up, but it's not really that way. Like, I don't think it'll be that big of a problem. And I think I did actually give them the papers, which is awesome. But I just have to make sure. As I'll call them tomorrow. I have to stay up that long. The dawn is the worst part. It's like, there's something in the air, like everything starts shifting, and it makes me so sleepy. So, it gets like really cold, and then like really quiet, and then really sleepy. And like the sun comes up, and then you're like, once you're so tired that you're ready to go to sleep, the sun starts coming up, so you're like the whole room is lit and everything, lighting, or just like the windows are like, and shut them out, and then get under all the blankets. But then I have to like stretch out. I can't even like lay in a ball and get all cuddly, especially if I'm cold, and that sucks. I have to be like stretched out. So anyway, yeah. Oh, and there's another paper about my workers' comp. Oh yeah, anyway, so they were going to pay me for the 12 weeks prior, as I had like 2 weeks of a lot of hours, some decent hours, and I hadn't gotten that in a year. It sucked, but there was times when I was getting 3 or 6 or 12 hours a week, so they were paying me $100 a week, and I probably shouldn't broadcast my name, but this is just like, it's just like some regular store that anybody could be working at. You know, bad publicity and everything. I'm just like normal. I'm not even like a bad kid or anything, so, well, whatever. My workers' comp lady, so they were paying me $100 a week, and about 6 months in, I ended up having to get a lawyer, not because I wanted to like sue anybody, but just because of all the shit that I had to go through. I had to get a lawyer, and everybody told me to. I left the hospital crying a couple times at first, and because they were so mean. Like after a while, no, not even after a while, pretty much just right off the bat, they were so snotty to me, and it was everybody. I got different people at that Concentra place that they sent me to, and I heard this Concentra advertisement on the radio, and they're like, we care, and I'm like, you don't care at all. Maybe that's what the presidents are doing right now. We care. I don't know. Romney makes me think that he might care a little bit, but then like all that other stuff makes it seem like he wants to screw us over in the long run. I have to do those after. So I was actually supposed to be getting $175, and that could have helped me so much over those months, because those day after day, weeks and weeks, that I had to live off of $100 a week when I could have at least had 200, almost 200. And it so sucks because I can't pay anything. And food is so expensive. Right now I'm getting food stamps, and that's the only way I'm surviving. So that was really fucked up to me on all those levels. And they're still fucking with me. I mean, I feel so fucking weird. Like, I can't even go, like, out and play tennis for a couple hours. Like, I don't know, like, I just wish there was something that would enable me not to hurt for a few hours, so I can at least enjoy any such activity. I feel so dead. Like, I'm not even alive. Like, I can't do anything. I'm not allowed to do anything. I'm not allowed to go food shop because of my body. My body is holding me back from doing these things that I want to do, like hang out with friends. I'm like, well, you know, maybe if I drink a lot with them, if I'm just trashed. But that's never happened. But then I think, oh, maybe if I drink and, you know, I'll not hurt. But I've tried that with wine, you know, it's been months. And the doctors weren't giving me anything, and I was so crying. I was crying like every day because it was so unfair. And I was hurting so bad. And at the time I was trying to work, so it was hurting even. Anyway, I was just kind of worried that I wasn't gonna be able, like, that they were gonna fire me, or, you know, especially because I've been making these videos. I'm like, oh, she's been making videos for 2 days, and she hasn't, you know, handed in her thing. They called me yesterday. I was laying down, so I was just hurting, like I want to do right now, and all the time when I'm making videos, and I'm going to after right after this. They called me they weren't gonna be keeping me anymore, but they faxed over the request for the pain center, and my lawyer called not too long ago saying that I had to fax it to workers' comp, and we faxed it like 5 times, and I didn't know who they were sending it to, so I was like, oh, maybe it just wasn't getting to the right people. So she called and she's like, well, you're gonna have to wait for that. And I'm like, oh, there's a certain number that you're supposed to fax it to. And she's like, oh, let me look it up. And I was like, it's, you know, Marie, whatever. Kelly, I don't know, shut up. And, she's like, that's who we've been faxing it to. And I'm like, what the hell? I needed this so long ago. Like, a pain center would have helped, because you know how, like, stressful and hurting is, like, it's the worst thing in the fucking world. And like I said, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. If there was, like, some girl I hated and I really want, like, she did something horrible to me and I really wanted to get back at her, and she's still, like, my boyfriend or something, I still wouldn't wish it on her. Like, I'd hate her, but I wouldn't really wish anything bad on her. Like, I don't really do that. But if I was that kind of person, or if someone else asked me if, like, they should, and I'd be like, no. Like, it's just too bad, like, someone doesn't have to go through that for nothing, like, any reason. No, well, unless, you know, they did real bad stuff. That people should be in jail for, like, murderers and rapists, or, like, wicked thieves, or destroyers, destruction, you know, or just, like, you know, really bad people. But it's opened my eyes to some things that how marijuana isn't bad, like, it's outlawed, but, like, it certainly has all these amazing, like, effects that, like, would help so many people. And like I said, I ended up getting a card because it, like, helped me, and I was like, you know, if it's at least prescribed to me, like, that's saying it's good. But it's the most amazing thing about it is I could eat some, I could relax in my mind, and it would actually, like, shake some stress off me, and I could sleeping amazing. I was doing so, like, I was up for, like, 4 months straight. I swear to God, I couldn't sleep. I was hurting so much. And even if I did get to sleep, it'd just be, like, hurting to sleep in, like, a weird way, unless I was so tired. There was, like, a couple times I just crashed and didn't wake up for, like, 12 hours or 14 hours. So, yeah, I just can't believe what I've had to deal with, and I can't believe how bad a second mistake could, it wasn't even a mistake, and it just, in a second, everything can change. But, what I was getting at is how it isn't bad, and, like, alcohol is, like, that's fine, but they say it's so bad that once you try it and you realize it's not that bad, they say it's a gateway drug. So I went through dairy. I was really against drugs. I was like big when you realize. The thing is, some of them do, but they call it a gateway drug because you try it and then you're like, wait a minute, this isn't bad. So are they lying to me about all those other things? And they probably, that's probably why they they were experimenting a lot with psychedelics in the 60s and shit. I never even had any psychedelic experience. Which is kind of disappointing because I knowing everything, and that'd be something in a sort of another dimension, sort of, that I could know. That'd be really cool too, like aliens. Everybody's interested in this shit, so. But oh man, see, there's so much I want to say, and then my back's hurting. So they would go, this isn't that bad, and then they start trying all those other drugs, like the hard shit, which is, and like they'd be like, well, I've never stuck a needle in my own skin, but just think about it. It's horrible. No. Oh, and that's what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to get this huge giant needle stuck into my spine and inject it with all this fluid, and I'm like, but it just has like a 50-50 chance rate of, like a 30-70 chance. I'm like, that's not a very good chance. Or it could make the worst happen. It could like be 5 times the amount of pain for like 5 days, and I was like, no thanks, I cannot increase this pain. It is horrendous. So amazing. So anyway, that's what I thought. And I'm gonna get in like a slightly comfortable position. But yeah, I'm just gonna update my life. Everything. I'm interested in lots of music, knowledge, and visual stuff. And I'm interested in exercise, which I can't really do, but I'm gonna try to do tutorials on how to do exercise when you can't really do exercise. Or if there's a way when they finally give me something and I can do it in that period of time where I feel okay enough to, start doing that. Most of the time I just feel so stiff, like I can't even move. It takes so much to like, oh my gosh. I hate thinking about it, but it's all I can think about. And it's like all over my screen. Love that shit forever. Anyway, comment if you have any questions, or if I like get trailed off at some point, just ask me. And I'll try to make more videos and stuff. yeah, I don't know. Give me something to, like, think about and say, because I got a lot already, and I'm a little behind, so I gotta move. I'm fucking around, talking about this, because I just got reminded of it, and I was like, oh, let's see, I'll just sneak that real quick. 40 seconds later, I get pretty much everything out I want to start. Oh, I hurt. Alright, bye. Starlight Mikku out.